want to stand up on the table or something?
Yeah, get on a chair.
Do you want to stand?
We're going to do the funny stuff first, the serious stuff, and then I'll cry at the end. Fornication. For an occasion, such as this, it's best to keep the speech short. I received some advice that said the best man's speech should last no longer than the room can make blood. Unfortunately, I'm out of time. Thank you. Have a good night. Alright, so for those of you that don't know me, my name is Tony Destro.
Going up there so people can hear you. You're short, people need to hear you too.
My name is Tony Destro. I'm the best man. I'm extremely honored to be here today with my best friend, lovely new bride, Nicole. It's been a pleasure to be a part of this whole experience. I want to thank Jake and Nicole's parents for being so supportive, and they've been great throughout this entire process. It's made everything even twice as special for us and for Jake. And they helped make this experience a very memorable one for all of us. The outpouring of love and admiration is evident, always focused on making this day to remember. Now, I'd like actually to have Jake and Nicole help me out here a little bit, so I'm going to ask Nicole to put her right hand on the table. Put your right hand on the table. Thank you. Jake, put your left hand on top of hers. Leave it like that for the rest of my speech. Okay? And Jake, you're going to really regret it if you don't. Okay? So just right there, stay just like that. Oh, also, thank you for finally, after all these years of us knowing each other, that you finally admitted I am the best man. Now I'd like to turn our attention over to the lovely bride because she's absolutely gorgeous this evening. Nicole was so stunning, and I think that every guy here will agree with me when I say that today's kind of sad day. Because a beautiful woman is officially taken off the veil of this.
Yeah.
Right? Sad day. And I think the ladies will agree with me when I say that today is just another day. Standing here tonight representing for Best Man, I'd like to say that it is a real great honor, but today is actually his day. So today Jake is the best man, and this is even dashing this evening. Okay, I'm just joking, I'm the best man. He's that's just how it's going to be. Ladies and gentlemen, these two people, they're very important to us. Without them this evening, it would be a little less joyous. Now the good thing is that some of us will get to know them a little bit better this evening. And so I'd like to make a toast to the bar staff. Thank you. Tips. Alright, now speech writing is not one of my greatest talents, so I went to the internet to try to help myself out. And after a couple of hours of searching on the internet, I found some really good stuff. But then I remembered I was supposed to be looking for speeches. And so after I put all the pop-up window things, you know what I'm talking about, I did find some really good speeches. Unfortunately, none of them were about a couple named Jake and Nicole. So I was on my own at that point. So then I thought maybe a good place to start would be to ask the question that probably everybody here is asking. How did Jake manage to get such a girl as Nicole? I mean, she's beautiful, and she's intelligent, and she has some hair. You're sitting right under, knock it off. She deserves a good husband. And then I thought, wow, good thing Jake snapped her up before she found me. Needless to say, I know this guy a little bit. By the way, he's my best man 6 years ago. He lit me up a little bit, so I'm just trying to help him out a little bit here. Needless to say, I know this guy a little bit. Did you know that Jake's birthday is the 30th of January? It was a day that I really wanted to link to some important historical event, but it seems like really nothing of any importance happened on that day. However, while researching for my speech, I did find out that the Mount Carmel Hospital where Jake was born, they still refer to the 30th of January as Bogus Baby Day. Alright, here's another fictitious fact you might not know. Jake was a bit of a slow starter. In kindergarten, he was a little bit different than all the other 5-year-olds. He was 10. Nowadays, Jake has many titles. To the passengers and crew on his plane, he is Captain Davis, which is actually a pretty cool name.
Or to Nicole when she first meets me.
Or to Nicole. To his parents, he's son, or the guy who finally got his act together. To Nicole, he is Snoogie Poopy Pants, right? Or
No.
Okay, Tony, sorry. To his son, he's dad, or the guy that had more hair than. He's clearly giving his son a confidence boost early in life. To the guys that we used to play hockey with at San Jose State, he's the guy that's in the bench. Hey, Coach Jake! To my 3 daughters, he is Uncle Jake, and they absolutely adore and love his business. And Nicole.
That's right.
And to me, he is. Alright, apparently I'm not allowed to say that at this particular time, so I'm just going to go with dude. Call it dude a lot. Now I'm excited today. Because I get to be here and be a part of Jake fulfilling his greatest life ambition. His first life ambition was to marry a beautiful woman, and I think we can all agree he nailed that one. I mean, he completed that ambition here today. The second of his life ambitions, of course, Jake is a hockey player. He says he's a hockey player. And of course, we had to play hockey at San Jose State out in California, where there's the real hockey, right, in California. And his second life ambition was to be a Stanley Cup champion and get his name engraved on the Stanley Cup. Now, he couldn't make it past the third line. He played for San Jose State University. He now has his name engraved on a Stanley Cup. That, by the way, is in 2008.
Nice!
The tradition is that, of course, the Stanley Cup champions, they drink out of a huge bowl, right? So we're not going to do that, but we might be able to get a shot at it.
Yes.
We'll make that happen.
Perfect. Alright.
Alright, now Jake and I spent a number of years together. Anyways, I've been going on for a bit, so I think it's time for me to get a little sincere so I'm using the cards a little bit. Jake, I've known you for almost 20 years. You are a man that is honest, intelligent, hardworking, loyal. You're the best friend a guy can. You know what does that say? Alright, I can barely read this. Never mind, I'm just going to read the stuff I wrote. Jake and I spent a number of years together sharing a similar life. We got to a point where we had to make some decisions, take some actions. There was a night in which Jake and I were sitting in a coffee shop talking at 2 a.m. in the morning after coaching on like a Wednesday morning or something like that. And the end of that conversation ended in a little bit of a challenge. Kind of challenged each other to get ourselves, kind of challenged ourselves to get ourselves back on track, to get our goals, moving forward towards our goals. Of course, Jake's goal was to hurdle himself and various strangers through the air at about 500 to 600 miles an hour. And my goal was to shed myself the heavy responsibility of managing a lofty salary. Jake, of course, became a pilot and I became a teacher. Now, the older I get, the more I realize that life really consumes you, and it would be very easy to let an old friend fade away. This is part right there. No. Time and distance. Jake lives in Colorado, I live in California. But Jake makes every effort to come and see me and come and see my family, and really show me how much he means to me, and I appreciate that very much. My dad used to tell me that I would be lucky if I had just one friend that would be my friend throughout my life, and Jake's proof. My dad, absolutely correct. Not that my dad needed another thing to prove that he's right about everything. And Nicole, Jade thinks you're absolutely amazing, and I think everybody here that knows you would agree with me. Now, since I'm married, I feel obligated to give you some advice. Okay? And after you're married for a little while, you start finding new ways to make things go smoother. So, Kimberly and I, we never go to bed angry. We never go to bed angry. We just stay up and fight all night long until somebody passes out. So, alright, I'm not really good at this. I'm not really good at advice, I guess. Alright, so, alright, now if you're wondering why I had Jake and Nicole help me out here, I'm going to let you in on that right now. As my final role, it has been my great pleasure, Jake, to have given you the last 15 minutes that you'll ever have the upper hand on Nicole. So I'm going to finish off with a famous quote from a famous philosopher, and probably some of you have heard this before, right? So here we go. She loves you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She loves you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And with a love like that, you know you should be glad. So that's from a famous philosopher. Alright, I think I've interrupted your previous conversation for long enough. So, in the spirit of celebrating this momentous occasion with family and friends, I ask you to raise your glass. Jake and Nicole, may you live long, laugh often, and love always.
Everybody out there, one big round of applause there for Jake and Nicole. Yes, it is cake cutting time. If I can get my brand new, everybody.